will have noticed that we are dedicating this round to the Anzacs, who over 100 years ago landed on the shores of Gallipoli.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to you from Bendigo Stadium for the Launceston Tornadoes, are the visiting side against the champions IGA Bendigo Braves women. We're just about to observe an Anzac service here, so I'll welcome you, and now we will do the Anzac observance.
President of the Bendigo District RSL, who is accompanied today by Mr. Craig Hancock. Peter joined the Australian Regular Army on the 1st of May 1984 and has served in various roles, including as truck driver, lithographic printer here in Bendigo, and an information technology engineer. Peter is deployed to Bougainville, East Timor, and Iraq. Peter transitioned to the Army Reserves in 2011 and is currently posted to the Directorate of Reserve Soldier Career Management in Victoria Barracks, Melbourne. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Peter Swandale.
Good afternoon. I'd like to acknowledge all veterans, family of veterans, distinguished guests, and all who are participating at today's service. Today, we gather this time every year, not to glorify war, but to remind ourselves that freedom does not come cheap. Today, I want to remember the 16,000 Australian and New Zealand soldiers who, 104 years ago, stormed ashore at the foot of the great cliffs of Gallipoli Peninsula. On and after the first landing, some 50,000 Anzacs were committed to this campaign, who will also serve alongside British, French and Indian troops. Unfortunately, after 8 months of fighting, with many casualties on both sides, the land campaign failed. When the last of the troops were withdrawn on the 9th of January 1916, some 11,000 Anzacs lay dead, with many more wounded and injured. Although the campaign was a complete failure, great achievements were forged on those battlefields, like courage, mateship, and determination. These are the principles that we are still entrusted in all and current serving members. For all Australian and New Zealanders, Anzac Day is our day where we mark deeds of brave young men and women who died at Gallipoli, as well as those who have fallen in both world wars in conflicts in Korea, Malaya, Borneo, Vietnam, Rwanda, East Timor, Iraq and Afghanistan. We also remember all the current serving Defence Force personnel who are currently deployed overseas and hope they return to their families as quickly as possible. I would also like to acknowledge that sports and games were important to those who served during the First World War, both when officially organised or on more ad hoc. Sport kept them fit and provided a welcome distraction from what was going around them. Talented sportsmen and women put up their hands to serve their country in war. Many casualties to a battlefield far from home. At least over the last 100 years, Australia lost many athletes due to war. War has caused serious disruptions to professional sporting organisations in Australia and around the world. It single-handedly caused the Olympics to be cancelled 3 times, the only times ever since the commencement of the Olympics in 1896. It is also interesting to note that the sporting images were used to recruit during World War I through a series of posters. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, lest we forget.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed to the solemn part of the service. If you are able, please stand, where the Ode to the Fallen will be read by Mr. Peter Swandale, followed by the last post played by Mr. Aidan Wellard. We will then have a minute's silence, the Rouse, followed by the New Zealand and Australian national anthems. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them, lest we forget.
Stadium.
Welcome, everyone. What a moving Anzac Day service that was. Well done to the NBL1 and the Bendigo Basketball Association for that. Big game here. Braves women are 5-0. Launceston Tornadoes are 1-2. Launceston coming off a very good win at Hobart last week, 104-95 to register their first win. Starts in that game were Sarah O'Neill with 23 points and 10 rebounds, and Stella Beck had 19 points and 10 rebounds. So it was good for Launceston to get their game going. The Bendigo flying 5-0, far too good for Frankston last week. Gabe Richards was the MVP of the game, and very good contributions from Kelly Wilson and Tessa Wavy. Brian Coughlin joining me shortly, but I'm here with the preview. These two sides dominated the now defunct Seaball last season. There was only one side that beat Bendigo last season, and that was Launceston in a final here at this stadium. The Braves women went on to bounce back and win the prelim final, and then beat Launceston in the final at the State Basketball Centre. So there's a history between these two sides. It's a very different looking Launceston to the side that we saw last year. The league MVP, Lauren Nicholson, is no longer at Launceston. She's moved on to Kilsyth. They've also got Paige French, who's playing this season but out of this game, so a big loss for them. The players to look out for Launceston, especially the Braves fans who are not familiar. Brittany Hodges is 4th in rebounds this season. Steph Gardner's 4th in assists. And Stella Beck is an absolute star. She's 3rd in steals. Very good at getting rebounds as well as steals. For the Braves, it should be business as usual for them. They should be going in very, very confident. As I said, they've come off a big win. They're 5-0. Gabe Richards will be too big for Launceston. They don't seem to have a heck of a lot of height to the Tornadoes, which will be a problem. So look for Bendigo to take the ball inside to Gabe Richards. She'll be star. Kelly Wilson and Tessa Lavey to get it done from outside, both current Opals and former Opals, and really sensational players and starring for the Braves. An exciting game. I'm looking forward to seeing what Launceston have to bring to the table, because, as I said, there's a very different lineup. We'll look through the starting fives. For Launceston, we've got Abel, O'Neill, Beck, Gardner and Hodges. And for the Braves women, the starters will be Gabe Richards, Kelly Wilson, Andrea Wilson, Tess Lavey and Nadine Payne. So it's 5-0 versus 1-2. An exciting game. Like I said, these two played against each other last year in the final series. Launceston far too good in the first final, but in the second final, it was in the grand final, it was Bendigo all the way. Just over a minute till tip-off. Good evening, Brian.
You've taken over, mate. What more can I say to that?
Yeah,
taken over.
I was just giving a preview because it's a very different lineup for Launceston this year. As you and I were huge fans of Lauren Nicholson last season.
Oh,
She cut the Braves to shreds in a final here. She was brilliant. She's no longer here. She's at Kilsyth. Paige French, who a very good player that we saw last year, a huge fan of her, not playing tonight. So it was a very different looking Launceston. They had a good win over the undefeated Huskies last week at Hobart, which will lift their confidence. Derek Washington, if you see him on the screen, he's a character.
Yeah, he is a character.
He's one of the more exciting coaches to watch. Megan Moody, on the other hand, is very not expressive, but Derek really, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now I've got to do a bit of housekeeping. Speaking to Gabe Richards before the game tonight, just a shout out to Pop Baz. which is Gabe's father, and her niece Izzy, who are watching from Seymour. So hello to Seymour. And apparently we upset the Wilson sisters last game.
We did we? How did we do that?
You got the ages wrong, and I must have gone. So Kelly's the older sister, so so it's nice to see that they're watching the video back and correcting all our errors. So thanks for the feedback, Gabe. And hey, if that's the only error they found, then they're not looking very hard.
We're going all right, I tell you what. It is a ripping night here in Bendigo. A little bit cool. We're starting to get into the autumn weather, but seriously, it's going to be a big match. This one for a start, but then the men at 7:30 is going to be big as well.
Yeah. Braves men are 2 and 3. They've got a new recruit whose name I've forgotten, but it doesn't matter because he's not suiting up tonight.
No, he's not.
Northwest Tasmania Thunder 2 and 1. So be a very interesting game. But yeah, the Braves men getting better and better with every outing. I just think in this game, Brian, that Gabe Richards is the key. Launceston look very undersized. But we'll see what happens.
We will tip off here at the stadium. Fantastic start too with a great Anzac tribute, Adam. I was enjoying that immensely, I tell you.
Yeah, well done to the NBL and basketball in Bendigo. I thought it was very well done. There are a lot of
Gardner.
Foul there.
Yeah, won't get a score for a start, but a foul. Yeah,
go to the line. But yeah, well done that the Anzac round that they're paying tribute to the Anzacs and it was a very moving ceremony. It was brilliant. So this is Steph Gardner at the line, and she's 4th in assists. So just watch out for her. She'll be dangerous.
She will be. She's got the first points of the game. Which one did I get wrong? Which sister's older and which one's younger?
Kelly's a year older than. Kelly's a year older than Andrea.
Take that. I'll take it. Both beautiful girls doing a great job. Here's Andrea. Gives it to her sister Kelly. We'll have a look at this one and we'll get it first.
Doesn't matter who's older when one gives it to the other, does it?
Means Jack squat. Anyway, here we go.
G'day to Jack if he's watching.
He's a good bloke, Jack O'Neill. Gave it back to Gardner. Already got some points. Add to it. Can't. Levy. Tessa variety. Moves it quickly. Nadine Payne, she'll do it easily and does.
Yeah, good fast break basketball from Bendigo. This game's up tempo early.
Cross there's O'Neill, couple of points for the Tornadoes. Thanks for joining us in Tassie tonight too, of course. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Kelly Wilson does a little spinny-winny and gets a little goalie.
Yeah, well, we'll get plenty of fans from the northeast watching early and then the northwest later on when the men's are on.
I like each other, do they, both teams? Or?
No, not particularly. They're different parts of Tasmania, but it's more a north v south than an east v west.
Here we go for a couple more. Can't get it. It's Brittany Hodges.
There's 2 teams in Hobart, the men and women for the Hobart Huskies. So there's northwest, northeast and south. It's indeed Payne unlucky.
Yeah, well explained, Wiggs. Okay, here's
there's teams all over the place in NBL1.
Well, it's NBL1, mate. It's fantastic competition. Thanks to coolturf.com.au. Here it is for a couple. Can't get there, Gardner. A lot of looks for the Tornadoes so far. Braves haven't done a lot, but still lead. Richards, see if she peels off to the paint. Yep, in there. Look at this. We just mentioned it again. Oh, missed it that time. She'll get it this time. Off the big window up there. A couple of points for the Braves.
Yeah, Gabe's look out, you call it.
Yeah, good call. Nice one by Hodges.
Yeah, Gabe's a star in WNBL Centre, and she plays against bigger players in that competition. In this one, she's playing against people that are the same size and smaller,
So he's paying for 3. No, off the ring. Wilson says, I better grab it for you, Nadine. Here's Tessa Levy to do it all again. Can't. Oh, in the paint. Gets a foul. Richards take a couple.
Yeah, they're just got to block. They've got to block out. And Gabe Richards, I don't know how that, besides blocking her out, stop her from getting those offensive boards. She'll have a licence to just attack the boards. And she's very high in field percentage shooting this season. Beautiful stroke there. It's because she scores most of her points in the paint under the bucket there.
So it is 1 versus 2. 1 versus... Where are the Tornadoes on the ladder?
Well, they're mid-table, but I don't like to give ladder positions just for the fact that they've only played 3 games and Bendigo's played 5. So the ladder position's not accurate. It's more about win-loss at the moment. So Launceston are 1 and 2 and the Braves are 5 and zip. The ladder position, because Bendigo's played 2 more games.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, irrelevant especially this time of year, Anzac and Easter. There's a lot of double headers and the Braves have had a week and a half off.
Just good to see, as you said, the coach tries to get there and does. Nice work, Stephanie Gardner.
I just love the way that Derek, he clearly loves his players and he's just right into the game. And we spoke to him last season on Super U and he's fantastic.
Nice to catch up with him again.
Yeah, well, he was pretty happy after a Launceston win here to put him into the grand final. Here's Gage.
In the paint, rolls around, won't get it this time. Looks like it'll still be a Braves ball, it will.
So, yeah, but he's immensely proud of his team, and he said in the press this week that, like, the new team, they're getting to know each other, they're getting to know the way that he wants them to play basketball.
So here they go again. Nadine Payne fights off a couple. Pass was always going to be there, little pushback. Blocks on, it's all happening, just got to get it in. Here's Nadine Payne, does it easily.
Really patient from Bendigo there, Brian. They've worked the clock, it was a 14-second restart, but they made sure they got the shot they wanted. They didn't rush one.
Here we go again. This will be good points for the Tornadoes. Can't get it there. Wilson says, I better grab it. Oh, was she stolen or was it a foul? It'll be a foul.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting for us to see who the point scorers will be. I suspect it'll be O'Neill and Beck and maybe even Gardner a little bit. Whereas last year we know that Nicholson was going to shoot it, but you still couldn't stop her.
Where's Nicholson this year?
She's gone to Kilsyth, so they...
Oh, in the paint again, Gabrielle Richards.
So they're Kilsyth, we haven't seen them, but them picking up Tassari and Nicholson, they're looking pretty good.
Looking all right, and so is Stephanie Gardner with a couple more for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, I think they'll spread their scoring, which is actually hard to defend sometimes because you just don't know who's going to put it up.
It's exactly it. This girl, Kelly Wilson, signed with the Bendigo Spirit once again throughout the week here in Bendigo. It is a huge thing for the Bendigo Spirit. Looking forward to the WNBL season. But this is NBL1. Can't get there. That would have been a good promo 2 weeks. Didn't work, though. This is Hodge. Gives it back. Easy points for the Tornadoes.
Cal will give you plenty of opportunities to get in a promo because you talk when she's shooting.
Here's Tessa Levy for 3. Oh, Andrea Wilson! That's what we want here at the stadium.
That was not who I was expecting to crash the boards there. Andrea Wilson just wanted that one.
Wanted it, got it. Here we go again with Stephanie Gardner. She pops it in.
Yeah, I had a scout on her being a very good assist player, but she is shooting the ball very, very well. She's up to 6, is she? Yes, playing well.
Coolturf.com.au, G. Richards, the big 20 for a number of years from Andrea Wilson. And she might go again. Andrea Wilson doesn't get there. Guess who? G. Richards. No, not this time. Look out. Nadine Payne's got the pinkies on tonight. Stands out. Levy dodges one. Off hands. It'll be still with the Braves.
Yeah, just we'll quickly address the Kelly Wilson thing. Lives in Bendigo. Had to travel for the Townsville playing the championship. Decided to leave Canberra despite winning the championship last year. She'll be here 12 months of the year. Great for Bendigo.
Here's Bianca Dufelmeyer, just snuck onto the court. She'll go after it again. This time, Gardner says, I'll take you on, and does. Still got possession. Tornadoes. There's a couple of girls waiting back for it. This will be a 3-banger, and is. Some beautiful work there by the youngster in Abel, Rebecca Abel.
Yeah, I don't know much about Rebecca Abel to be... Sorry. They don't have numbers on the front of the shirt.
No,
makes it hard.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Good call. Lessers for 3, doesn't get there. Tessa Levy, youngster Mangan is in there. Thumbs up. That's going back to the Braves. So well done, Jess.
It'll also be hard for the refs, actually, because they don't know. Until they look at the back of their jump, who are they going to call the foul on? Oh, no, they're there. They're the same colour. The top corner.
Yes, they are. You're right.
They're orange in an orange background. Yep. Easy.
Easy for most people to see under the age of 60. Here we go. Kelly Wilson loves that little turn. I think she does it just because she likes it. Here's Andrea, her sister, gets it in.
That's the second assist from one Wilson to the other. It's usually Wilson to Richards.
So Gardner from Abel just scored some points before Rebecca. Turn around a couple of times. Good pressure off hands. Who's going to get there? It'll still be with the Tornadoes. Johnston wasting a little time on the clock. Doesn't get there. And here's Tessa Lavey. Crowd gets excited here in Bendigo. Duffelmeyer. Back to Lavey to Kelly Wilson. Mangan gets the block. Here's Wilson, tries to push all the way. Doesn't get there. Good hands back there from the Tornadoes. So they only trail by 2. This will make it a win. This will make it a lead. Well, would have been
early for the game winner.
Yeah, it might have been. Would have been a win for Tornadoes though. Here we go into the corner. Have a crack at this one. Doesn't get there. And it was Tessa Lavey. As Sarah O'Neill waits for her mates to catch up a little here. Stephanie Gardner's making out she's a traffic cop. Back to O'Neill. She'll pop a couple in here. Young Sarah and does.
Beautiful little floater. Beautiful little floater.
So, all tied up here at the Bendigo Stadium. NBL1 action. On the Super U live streaming camera. Kelly Wilson pushes, doesn't get there. Will snag a foul though.
Yeah, Bendigo not shooting the ball very well at the moment, 40% as compared to Launceston's 58%. So Bendigo dominating possession, but they just can't put it in the bucket at the moment.
Well, Kelly Wilson doesn't seem to have that issue. As I said, re-signing with the Bendigo Spirit through the week, along with Tessa Lavey too. So it's just fabulous to have the girls who are originally from here back.
Yeah, Tracy York's building a nice little side, isn't she? New coach and got a very nice backcourt at the moment, Bendigo Spirit. Just be interesting to see what other signings come along.
We'll wait and see. Let's get back to the Tornadoes. Gardner popped it into young Steph. Make that Sarah O'Neill.
Tracy was good at not telling us any info when we had her on too. We'll be speaking to her next time she's back. Yeah,
she'll make a good coach by doing that. Nice little block from Wilson. Tessa Lavey has got loads of opportunity to get this in and doesn't. So it just might be a foul on Duffelmeyer there, Wiggsy.
Yeah, Duffel likes to contest the ball, but sometimes just gives away the cheap foul. But no foul trouble at this point, so I'm quite comfortable with that one. 3 per side. It's only 1:41 to go. High-scoring first quarter. As I said, we seem to have a lot of high-scoring first quarters, and then the coaches come in and put a stop to that.
They certainly do. Been pretty good so far, the Tornadoes. Long way to come. The fans will be watching as they do. Oh, lost it. Won't get it back. Mangan will. Blue ball. Lavey thought about it. Duffelmeyer doesn't think, just gives it off. Andrea Wilson, bit of pressure on Duffelmeyer. This is Kelly Wilson, probably won't shoot from outside the ring. Push as far as she can, across to Duffelmeyer. This will make the crowd go mad and dance.
Duffelmeyer playing good minutes, but when you can rack some points up as well, that's a bonus.
So, just under the minute, first term action for coolturf.com.au. The ref's in the way, don't blame them, they've got a job to do. Hodges loses again, there's Mangan back there. Nice long pass to Lavey. Doesn't wait for anybody, just gets it in. So good points from the Braves, what we'd call possibly junk time. Wiggsy?
No,
footy term?
No, junk time's when the game is over, and it ain't over.
It isn't now. Look at that! Fantastic work from Stephanie Gardner.
Yeah, only the shot clock to go, so last shot here, they'll wind it down.
You can see the clock in the background, Super U screen. Kelly Wilson, everyone's counting for her. Tries to go herself, gets it in and drags the foul.
Gee, that really hurts Launceston. They've played a great first quarter, and all of a sudden Bendigo's still going to have a 5, maybe 6 point lead at the change. And you go, gee whiz, we haven't done much wrong. How are we 6 down?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Presuming she makes it, of course.
Very rarely misses.
The older sister, of course.
So not long. That'll just about do it. Nice long throw. Never gets there. One day it will. 6 points to lead. Braves women, Launceston Tornadoes, thanks to coolturf.com.au. Big match coming your way from 7:30. It'll be the Braves men who got a little bit of form on the go at the minute.
Yeah, they're travelling all right, the Braves men, you know. Last win was very impressive here against Frankston. We'll run through some stats in this game. Sorry, I was just looking at the scores in the other games. There's plenty of games on at the moment. Melbourne 36 lead, Dandenong 16. That's in the start of the third term there. It's all square down at Geelong v Kilsyth. Southern are playing Hobart and they lead by 9 with just about half time there. And in the first period at Nuttawading, Frankston and Nuttawading are even at 11. I think that's all of them, Brian. Gee, there's a lot of games going on right at this moment.
Yep, all live.
The double headers, all live streamed.
Yep, definitely.
So if you're not happy with our game, you're tough to please. Let me tell you. Because there's 28 points to 22. Give me that every day of the week. Braves women not shooting rate, 44%. Launceston, fantastic. 56%. They're doing a good job. Gardner's been fantastic with 11 points. Kelly Wilson with just a lazy 10 for her. Andrea Wilson's got 4 points, a nice little contribution to there. No real difference in the stats. I thought Bendigo would come out and dominate. The stat that is hurting them is the second chance points. Bendigo's 10 to zip there. Gabe parks herself under the basket, gets the offensive rebound. If she doesn't pop it back in, she dishes it out to someone that does. They've got to block Gabe out, stop her getting to the boards. Andrea Wilson crashed the boards once and got a bucket. So they just tighten up in that area, but they played a really good quarter. Just more of the same, please, and tighten up the defence a little bit. They concede 28 every quarter. They're not going to win the game of basketball, but I like the brand of basketball that they're bringing to Bendigo.
Yes, certainly are. And watching back in Tassie, I'm sure you'll be enjoying, even though they're 6 down, there's a lot of positives for the Tornadoes. So Simpson on the court for the girls. She gets it back now. Not sure what to do with it. Eventually gets rid of it. Brown, she's snuck on 2 for the Launceston Tornadoes. And first points, nice work in there from the girl who's just taken the court, Brown. So Payne gives it off to the Wilson sisters. Thought about it. Oh, guess what? Gabrielle Richards back there. Tessa Lavey turns around and says, I'll have a couple to start us in a second.
Good play by Gabe Richards. That ain't her go shooting from there. Give it to someone who can.
Simpson, Tornado, right behind this from Gardner. Does very well, Stephanie Gardner.
She's a ripper, Steph Gardner, isn't she? She's a very good shooter. Runs the floor. You used to call her the traffic cop. You need someone to do that. Get people where you want them, but when it's her turn to shoot it, she shoots it.
Here's the traffic cop for Bendigo. Kelly Wilson gives it a Gab Richards in the paint. Easy points.
We say it every week. You've got to stop that. How you do it, I don't know.
Well, that's right.
There's a lot of coaches that are just scratching their head going, we don't know how to stop it. Have a very tall centre would help, but
yeah,
Lonnie don't have it.
Oh, a bit quick there for Hodges. Did well, though. Back behind this. Good work. Nice work. She's been terrific, Brooke Brown. What
they don't have on the inside, though, they're cashing in on the outside and draining some very nice shots. Here we go.
Off the ring. It was Micaiah Simpson that got the last points for the Tornadoes, not Brown. They look similar.
Wilson. Yeah, well, they're both wearing the same coloured shirt.
Hairstyle, that's what I was thinking of. Here's Lavey for 3, doesn't get there. Guess who? Just relaxes. Says, girls, just play it my way. That's why there's a clock. Plenty of time. Back to Lavey, right behind her for 3. Gets there! Tessa Lavey.
She ain't going to miss 2 in a row, but Braves women 8 offensive rebounds to Launceston 0. So they're just getting smashed.
Tail of the tape there. Here we go for 3. Can't get there off hands. Who's got there? Lavey brings it in. So Wilson will set up again.
but they're still playing well. They're still scoring.
She tries to get around. Bit of a wall in front of her. Good D. Here's Andrea. Won't shoot it. We know that. Lavey. Here's Nadine Payne for 3. No. Might come off a Andrea Wilson hand. So ball lands with the Tornadoes.
Bendigo's really dangerous in the fact we've got a timeout here, which is good. Bendigo got that inside-outside game where they go into Richards, and then you got the outside shooters of Payne, Kelly Wilson and Tessa Lavey, who can really, really hurt you. And poor old Frankston found out about that last week. And just draining outside shots when they weren't chucking it to Gabe. Launceston playing a fantastic game here as the score goes off the board. I love that. But there's a 5-point difference. But yeah, it's just the offensive boards and the second chance points that are really, really hurting Launceston. If they can tidy that up, they're having no problem scoring. It's just Bendigo scoring too easily. Points leaders, Wilt Gardner's got 14 points. She's playing a fantastic game. Problem is the next best for, I was nearly going to say Hobart, or could have got shot down from Brian. Hobart, no,
yeah,
not
no,
Hobart.
You can't say that, you know that.
Launceston. Oh, they don't like each other in Launceston and Hobart, let me tell you.
Is it a bit of a Bendigo Ballarat thing?
Yeah, it is.
Right.
It's like Ricky Ponting from Launceston. Not universally loved in Hobart.
I'm sure they like him.
I'm sure they love him, Tasmanian. But anyway, Booney, different part of the state. But yeah, Gardner 14 points. But the next best for is O'Neill with 4. So they just need someone else to help Gardner as well.
That's it. Here they go, Gardner. You just mentioned the lady, and there she is to show us just how it's done.
Well, if you don't pass the ball, you don't have to need
Quick
help.
one on the go. Sorry, mate. That's not Tessa Lavey, Nadine Payne.
Cut me off one more time, Brian.
Gardner, as you said.
There'll be tears on the stat sheet.
14, she's been good. Brooke Brown, and shows why she's been good. Geez, I tell you what, they have, for all the hype with the Bendigo side, they've come back nicely, Launceston.
Yeah, they're 50% from three-point land. Bendigo's only 18%.
Nice to see the girls with the pink shoes. The girl that doesn't have them on gets one in. That's Tessa Levy.
Tessa Levy's having no problem from out there, though. When you got talent.
10 each to Levy and Kelly Wilson. We're back here, though, with Launceston. So drive to the line wasn't the greatest work. And ball still in play. Wilson slows it down a touch. Tessa Lavey for 3 more. Just behind it. Didn't get there. Good tap on. Nice work. They fight for it. The foul will be on Andrea Wilson.
Yeah, that was just a little heat check from Tessa. I'm feeling it. And not quite on that one. I'd like to keep stats on how many pens you've broken this year too.
Yeah, there's been a few.
I'm glad it's not mine, and I'm just going to hold mine. Because usually it's, can you lend me a pen, Wiggs? And I go, yep. And it comes back without the clip. Actually found one at home today that I was bringing to the basketball without a clip. So I had to go in the bin. Anyway, back at the basketball, yes. Gardner.
Things that matter. Here we go. Here's the youngster. Didn't get there that time, Brown.
It matters to me for the record.
Here we go. She pushes. Knew what she wanted. Tessa Lavey. Payne. Lavey will just relax a little. Kelly Wilson. Oh, look in the paint here. Payne does it easily.
Different lineup with Nadine Payne playing the centre. Usually plays forward. I don't think she is playing centre, actually. She just ended up in the key.
So, Gardner, good point so far. As you said, 14 for her. That's terrific. Halfway through the second term. She's got it again, Gardner. Doesn't get much help there. Gives it to Brown over the top. Who's got hands there? Gets it before us. We were a bit scared we were going to get crashed there, but we weren't. Glad you looked after us. Gardner gives it back to the corner, and that's just fantastic work in there by Brown. Is it Brown? Geez, they look the same, those two girls.
Yeah, once again, wearing the same coloured shirt. I was more concerned about my laptop, Brian, than what was going to happen to you. If the screen went flying towards you, I wasn't concerned in the slightest.
Concerned about my welfare. Here's Nadine Payne for 3. Doesn't get there. So, might have been Simpson before got those points. Yeah, it was. Little dribbly shot there. Here we go for a couple. Nice work in there. Brittany Hodges. So just the 2 points. The gut feel would be that the Braves are a lot further in front, but gee, they've been good, the Tornadoes. Levy, we'll give it to Mangan. She got any strength there to push it in. Had the strength, couldn't get the accuracy right. So Gardner across to Brown. Just lobs it in there. Push, push, push from Hodges. Doesn't get there.
With Mangan on the floor, they're looking to go to Hodges a bit more. They've changed the game a little bit. Cal, well done to draw the foul, because she drew a crowd of 3.
Looked like she was trying to get into a Birds of Tokyo concert or something and pushing her way through. So, big change for both sides here. G. Richards back in. Levy takes a break with Mangan. And 3 changes by Derek Washington from the Tornadoes.
I don't think we'll see much of Gardner getting a rest, to be honest. I'll just look up at her minutes, and she hasn't seen the bench. Neither has Hodges.
Gardner, the import, mate?
I'd presume so, but there's not as many imports in the women's game as there is the men. The Australian talent, well, it's great everywhere, but especially in the women, the best players in the comp are actually Australians.
Oh, good work. This girl's got talent. If she can pop this in, that's a highlight. Stephanie Gardner.
And even probably the best 2 American-born players in the country.
Wilson to Andrea Wilson. Good work. Wilson sisters.
And are not playing in the NBL1 in Griffin and Leilani Mitchell. So, but yeah, they seem to come here and love it here and stay here.
They do. Good points. Nice work, Rebecca Abel. Still trailing. Did you say Leilani?
Leilani Mitchell.
Is playing for Griffin.
No.
No?
What I said was Leilani Mitchell and Kelsey Griffin.
Okay.
Were both Americans, but are now naturalised Australians.
Yep.
The interesting thing with that one is that only one of them can go to the Olympics next year, because you can only have one naturalised.
Wow.
Yeah, it's to stop countries from just getting a whole heap of ex-Americans and putting them in the side. So,
who do you play?
Yeah.
We'll just watch this go in, and it does. I tell you what, that has given Launceston the lead.
That's a headache for Sandy Brondello, the national coach, and I'll leave that to her.
Yeah, tough one. Mitchell's been around a while, and obviously Griffin is on fire. We know from her time here in Bendigo, she's gone to another level. Here's Kelly Wilson. 3 lovely points for her.
Yeah, it's an interesting debate, and it's one I look forward to having a chat with you about during the WNBL season, which will lead into the Olympics.
Certainly will. Tornadoes been good. Here we go, grab the lead back. May do it too with a foul.
Looking forward to a few more Spirit wins with the signings we're getting. Happy times for Bendigo basketball fans.
Oh, it's just got a different feel about it at the moment.
Yeah, it feels like we're going in the right direction. Braves women have been strong since the day dot. Spirit, just the last 4 years, not so good. Good game, this 49-48, couple of minutes to go before half-time.
Let's make it even here, and we don't.
No,
anyway,
but I said the coaches had cut down on the scoring. Well, they haven't. Both sides just going at each other.
So Duffelmeyer slides back on Levy. Here's Kelly Wilson, the traffic cop. Payne, that's how you do it. That's a training run. Quick on the take there. O'Neill gives it back. Stephanie Gardner. Off hands, I still have the ball.
Good hands by Tessa Levy. It was a bit of a pump fake dribble. Then the defence crowded her, so she tried to dish it out, Gardner. But that's good. I'd rather see her do that and have another look than just show up, throw up a shot that's just not on. But she's the 2 point guards are the 2 players getting it done. 18 for Gardner and 15 for Kelly Wilson. Look out. Hesitation. Bang.
Done. There you go. She's good, I tell you. And that is point number 18, Stephanie Gardner, Tornadoes.
Yeah, just a little dribble, hesitation, jumper. Hard to defend. I didn't pick that she was going to do it and just drain the shot.
Interesting if we do get a chance to talk to the coach of the Bendigo Braves women at halftime, Megan Moody, just about what she does in that situation with Stephanie Gardner. So the ball is in red and white hands at the minute. I tell you what, 18 points until half-time is a fantastic effort.
When you've got a shooting point guard, they're hard to stop because they're controlling the game. The majority of the time they've got the ball in their hand. So we'll just see what she does here. I think she'll take on Duffelmeyer, or just lost the handle.
Tried to, does it this time. Looked all right for a second. Off hands, who's going to get there? Levy. Live through the Super U cameras here in Bendigo. Here's Tessa Levy for three. She likes it, we like it.
She's been fantastic from outside. How do you stop Gardner? I'd be leaving someone open and risking, give her such an open pass that make her give it, because she's the best shooter on the side tonight.
So Tornadoes, nothing in it. There's some good points, some nice work.
That's the problem. That's the problem with my theory, Brian.
From Abel. Gets her 10 points already as well. She's had a nice job.
You leave good players open, they're going to hurt you.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting in what Megan has to say. It's a really good thought that you've got there, Brian.
Here we go. Duffelmeyer for three. That's handy.
Yes.
That's handy. Buzzer time. That'll be half-time.
Gee, that Frankston. What week is it, Adam? It's not Easter. It's just post-Anzac Day. And the poor old Launceston Tornadoes, they've been right in it, and just a couple of buzzer beaters. Kelly Wilson with an and one, and then Duffelmeyer with a buzzer beater, just whack, whack, and all of a sudden the margin goes out a little bit. Gee, great high-scoring game, 57-52.
Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it? If you're watching, I hope you're enjoying it. We'll be back in just a tick. In fact, we're going nowhere because Megan Moody's coming over to talk to us.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Almost, yes.
Well,
exactly.
While Megan comes over, Megan's going to see some numbers that she's probably not going to like. I don't think she'll be liking the 61% that Launceston is shooting at.
No, terrible defence by us tonight. No energy whatsoever. You would think that we were just out for a little Saturday afternoon stroll now.
I thought at quarter time, coaches don't like these style of high-scoring games. Let's crank the D up a little bit, but it just didn't happen.
No, not sure. Obviously, I need to go and put a bit of a rocket in the locker room at the moment because, although credit to both teams, it's turning into a shootout, but that's not what we are about.
Yeah, we're loving it, but you're probably not.
The crowd's loving it.
The crowd's enjoying it too.
And the Tassie girls probably enjoying it on the stream as well. Just a quick one too, with Stephanie Gardner, 18 points so far. Where do you go there? I mean, she's been terrific.
Yeah, look, she's doing an excellent job coming off the ball screens for them, and they're doing a really good job in keeping the ball in her hand. You know, she's a very good player, a great creator for them. She's getting her feet in the key, throwing dimes. I don't know how many assists she's got, but she's made some extra passes out there as well.
So what do you do?
Created scores.
We
we'll
don't
talk
know.
about that in the locker room.
Okay, fair enough.
We might throw maybe a double at her. We'll see. We just got to. Simply put, we have to play with a bit more intensity. We're just kind of going through the motion right now. It's not the type of basketball that we like to play, and we need to kick out a first gear.
Well, I was about to say that because the side you've got looks fantastic on paper, but if your D's not great and your offensive is okay, which it certainly is, then you've got to spot a bowler, haven't you? You've got to make that D work.
Yeah.
Very, very different Launceston than what we line up to what we saw last season. Does that make the scout harder, even though they've played 3 games?
No, look, Coach Walsh is a great coach. I think.
Yeah, he's good.
I don't think a lot of people give him credit for what he does with his groups. He gets his groups playing really hard. So, he's done the same thing with them this year, and with their 4 games. Well, today's the 4th game in, and you can see they're only going to get better as the season goes on. And if tonight's a sign of what they've got to come, it's good things for Launceston. So.
Great to talk to you, Megan. Let you go.
Thanks,
Half time.
guys.
Megan Moody, the coach of the Braves women's side. And certainly a nice little lead for them, just a 5-point lead at half-time. We might take a break and come back shortly here at the Bendigo Stadium. Thanks to coolturf.com.au. Oh, yeah, don't forget, 7:30 tonight. It's a big one, isn't it, Wiggs?
Yes, Braves, man, they're 2-3, but they're looking all right against the Northwest Thunder, who are 2-1 and looking all right themselves. Big game.
It's going to be huge. All right, take a break. Back soon here at the Bendigo Stadium.
I do not have everyone that started, but just to make any states, it's just Vietnam War, NBL1, NBL2. So I really appreciate those who fought, fight in those type of wars, or fight for anything in this world, because it's not easy. And just much respect to those who has fallen and who has fallen to fight for us. As I said, ladies and gentlemen, during the week we caught up with a few of the Braves players, as you saw there, and just asked them what Anzac Day meant to them. But I stand here now with Mr. Craig Hancock. Mate, thanks for coming and being a part of the service earlier. Anzac Day to your good self must mean a whole lot.
Yeah, Anzac Day is a very important day for most, or all servicemen and women, as it should be for all Australian and New Zealand people. So it's the effects on for Anzac Day is just a day in the calendar for the entire community to show their support. For everybody else, it's an everyday commemoration.
And mate, we found out earlier that you actually went to Afghanistan with Brendan, who used to be a strength and conditioning coach for the Braves, but you didn't actually meet him and know his story over there, but caught up with him at a coffee shop back here in Bendigo. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. That was only a couple of weeks ago, actually. So it's just through an association, some observers people picked up there was some similarities between him and I, and we just bumped into each other and started talking. It turned out we were in the same place at the same time. Just never actually met each other until only a couple of weeks ago. Small world. In Bendigo many years later, and there you go.
Yeah, it's Anzac Day is such a great day, and obviously you get to catch up with a lot of the mates that you either served with or some of the old veterans that have got no doubt some really powerful stories, some great ones of mateship and courage and all those great things, but obviously some of great sorrow as well, I have no doubt. And I just want to say a big personal thank you for the service. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Craig Hancock.
Let's welcome back to the Bendigo Stadium, and I have Adam with me, and of course it is a 5-point lead to the girls here over Launceston. Ben Harvey, there's too many accolades for Ben, so we won't introduce him because he'll want us to run through all these things he's done in his career. Ben is
that his shirt? Oh no, they don't hang them up anymore around here. The retired jersey.
Enough about that.
I'm sure he'd point it out if it was.
We're here for a very special reason, Ben. Tell us more.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've obviously got Craig here with me, and I know Michael McIver just spoke to Craig, obviously at half-time, but, to celebrate Anzac Day, just on the Jumbotron just then, I think Tessa Lavey just talked about mateship and togetherness, and, I think it's important that, the Bendigo Stadium celebrate, something like this occasion, and this is just, the first of many, and we're really looking forward to, it's a fantastic game so far, but right now it's like I said, the Anzac, what they did for our country is amazing, and to play a small part just tonight is absolutely rewarding for our Bendigo Stadium.
Yeah, well done. It was a great job. If you get the chance, once we're finished here, rewind back to the start. It was fabulous what the Braves did. Now we've got a special man with us, Ben. This is Craig Hancock. How are you, Craig?
Yeah, good, mate. How are you?
That's good. Now, we're both steeped in tradition when it comes to Anzac Day. We both love it, Adam and I certainly was there. I've been there for 15 years. We do a radio broadcast live. Mate, it's a special time, isn't it?
It is. It is a very special time. It's a very solemn and hard time as well, but
it's also a great opportunity for the community and the nation to get in behind and show their support for all those men and women who have served and sacrificed and are dealing with the consequences for the rest of their life.
Yeah, just quickly tell us about your service and where you've had to go and what you've had to do.
Yeah, so I served just over, just shy of 11 years in the Army. I served 3 tours of Afghanistan and a tour of the Solomon Islands. I was a cavalryman, armoured vehicle crewman.
So the Bushmaster is a vehicle that's made in Bendigo that you'd be familiar with?
The Bushmaster I'm very, very familiar with, mate. If it wasn't for the Bushmaster, I would not be having this conversation with you
really?
right now. So.
I've read VC winner Donaldson's book, and he said the same thing, that it saved a lot of Australian lives in Afghanistan especially.
Yeah, it definitely has. It's a great piece of kit, and being a Bendigo, I was talking to Ben earlier, I don't think Bendigo understands the affiliation with defence. The uniforms are designed, the Bushmasters here, our maps come from here, so Bendigo has a unique connection.
We don't have a lot of time, Craig. I just want to ask you about the fact that what I feel over time is we talk about World War I, II, we talk about Vietnam, obviously, and we talk about your tours as well, which is hugely important because I think we did concentrate on the World Wars for a long time, but now the emphasis is on you guys and Vietnam as well.
Yeah, there's the stereotype of a veteran as being someone elderly. But that's not. I was a veteran at the age of 19. So
wow,
it's not an age thing at all. So.
I think it's great to see the sport. Obviously, the footy do it very well. It's good to see basketball being involved, but we're all still we're learning in schools, aren't we? The education is there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, just raising the awareness and breaking those stereotypes and understand the human element to it.
Yeah, exactly. Craig, thanks for joining us on our live stream. Make sure Ben Harvey shouts you a coffee. He's not good at it, but he might shout you one, mate.
Thanks very much, mate.
Good on you, mate. Thanks, Craig. Craig Hancock there. And Ben Harvey telling us about Anzac Day. Certainly the service that they had tonight was an absolute ripper. It was outstanding, and so is this game so far. It's only 5 points of difference for the Braves. Launceston. Payne pushed there, but just gave it up. Here's the chance for Launceston to start off this third term in a good way. Can they do it? No. Payne just relaxes things a little bit.
Yeah, what a great chat that was. And yeah, for those that don't know, as Tessa Lavy's open, look out.
Oh, that'll make the highlights tape, and it's your commentary. Very impressed.
Yeah, I was trying to tell a story. Oh, it's end-to-end basketball. I'm never going to get it in.
So Wilson.
Yeah, the Bushmasters made in Bendigo. It does lots of tours, so not only servicemen but vehicles, and well done to the people that make those. Oh, the
Payne again
to make those vehicles. So yeah, well done to all the military personnel in Bendigo and the people that helped and saved their lives.
So they're making it a little bit harder for the girls. We heard from Megan Moody at half-time, not happy with the defence, the coach of the Braves.
Yeah, she said she was going to give a rocket. Let's see how it does go on the defensive end with the points. At the moment, it's working.
Points, nice work. Nadine Payne, Derek Washington says, I've had enough. Time out, please, ladies.
Yeah, you're right. Decker's just gone, this is not what I wanted to start the quarter. It was 57-52 at the start, and they're just gone whack, 3 quick buckets to nothing. And that's a very quick timeout, but he's just seen something he doesn't like. So Braves still shooting the ball well, but obviously the defence has stepped up. We didn't get time to go to the other games, Brian, during the break, and there are plenty at the moment. So it won't take long. Dandenong Rangers getting absolutely smashed by the Melbourne Tigers by 22 points. That's at three-quarter time. Coming up to three-quarter time in Geelong, they're leading Kilsyth by 8 points. Southern, with not long to go in the third term, they're down by 3 against the Hobart Huskies. The Huskies are a really good side, Brian. Look out for them. They're actually in town at Bendigo next Friday night.
Looking forward to it.
That'll be a real test for the Braves women. Bendigo, as I said, they're currently blown out a little bit. And Nuttawading and Frankston, we expected the Spectres to be strong this season, and at half-time they're up by 14. But yeah, Hobart Huskies, that's going to be a cracking game here next Friday night. I stupidly made prior arrangements and am not at that game.
Oh no, when's that next week, is it?
Next Friday night here at the stadium. The Huskies are 2-1.
Going to be hard to replace, mate. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I think you'll find some idiot.
Well, works up now. Points not on. Could have been. Wasn't. Geez, they need it. That's still their halftime score. 52 Launceston. Wilson. Tessa Levy lines up. Doesn't get there. Guess what? Wilson's ready. Looks like she's got a radar on the ball where it's going to come from off the ring. Not easy to do. So she goes for a couple. All right, they fight each other. Stephanie Gardner hasn't added yet to her 18 points. Loses it.
Oh, that just...
Well, Megan Moody will be happy with the defence. It's stepped up big time.
And Derek Washington, I know he's off screen, but he's just waving his hands. Calm down.
Just relax a little.
Yeah, just... This is not... Let's just get into our offence. Oh, Gabes did the pump fake, which no one bought.
Kelly Wilson thought about it.
Yeah,
Andrea Wilson in the paint. Gee, Richards, the number 20.
So Gabe went to the corner, then cut inside and found a mismatch and just put the hand in the air and said, gimme, gimme, gimme.
Still yet to score. Nearly 3 minutes gone, third term. That fixes things up. Nice work in there by Brittany Hodges.
Well done by Hodges. Gabe didn't expect her to step out and make a shot. Oh, Kelly with the fake.
Thought about it. Now gives Richards a chance. Payne from the corner. The pink shoes say no. Impressed by the shoes. Here's Brown. Good pressure. Oh, Levy runs into a little bit of a wall here. Little lappy over the top. Nice work, Brittany Hodges.
Did you get a pair of pink shoes yourself, Brian?
Not sure if we get the pinkies. Mind you, they look good.
Yeah, they look good on Nadine. Not sure about you.
Dean Payne off to Perth to play WNBL.
Oh,
Wilson. Here we go for three. No, did everything but go in.
it's a bad pass at the ankle. She still had time to pick it up and chuck a shot up. That's terrible, Dee.
There's some good points. Nice start for her. Gardner. Took a while.
Yeah, you're saying that she hadn't got going this quarter. She has now. Gabe's coming to the bench. She's lost some skin, I think, lost some bark.
So Mangan will get a good run tonight by the look of things.
That or she's copped one in the schnoz or the mouth. Once again, a bit of a shout out to Baz and Izzy watching in Seymour.
Big Bazza.
Yeah, big Baz. Oh, they come to the game sometimes, the Richards family, but not tonight. Baz is doing the babysitting of the grandkid.
Talking about Gabriel Richards' dad, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
It's
get out of Baz, yes.
Kelly Wilson. Cross, we're a family club. Here's Payne. Payne, this will be good. I won't make it. Wilson Andrea Variety nearly mopped up. Stephanie Gardner gave it away. Pushed to the line. Couple on offer. Not there. Hands from Andrea Wilson, but we've got the ref.
Found a foul in there somewhere. I don't know where. I couldn't see. There were bodies everywhere.
It'll be on Hodges, I have a sneaking suspicion. So
Scoring's just slowed down a little bit in this quarter, Brian. We've got 8-7 approaching the halfway mark of the quarter. So Derek Washington wasn't happy at the start of the quarter, but they've notched up 7 since then, so they'll be much happier now. Timeout worked.
It did work. It's a good coach, Washington. I'm surprised it hasn't been picked up. Here's Tessa Levy. Offhand. It's Mangan. That wasn't the pass everyone wanted. What I mean by that is that I thought maybe a men's side, women's side would have picked him up in the WNBL. He's a goodie. Here's one from the corner, doesn't get there. Andrea Wilson's got nearly all her teammates standing with her.
I hope you listen back to what you just said. A men's side in the WNBL.
No, I said I thought he might have gone to a men's side or a WNBL side.
Right.
Pays to listen at him. Here we go, A-ball.
Rightio, I'll hold you to that.
Pushes. Doesn't get there. Good hands. Wilson just says, go, go. I'm the traffic cop here. Get out of my way. Nice defence, though, I tell you. Put her under all sorts of pressure.
Cal's trying to do a bit of refereeing as well.
Try and go all the way herself. Little chip back at the top of the head. There is Nadine Payne.
Oh, well, didn't get the call, but got the points. I know which one I'd take.
So, still cracking game. This is coming. It isn't.
Oh,
Good
too
take,
easy.
though. No foul in there. Beck wasn't happy, just made her way into the court. Stella Beck.
No, there's only been one foul called from the quarter, and it was a push. So referees are quite happy to not pay anything.
Kelly Wilson this time doesn't worry about that pass that looks pretty cute. Lavey, Nadine Payne, been good tonight. Good every week. Andrea Wilson just does it easy.
And sometimes refs don't make calls because there's just no defensive pressure. So this is why there's a high-scoring game, because the defence ain't up in the face committing fouls. Look out, it goes right, goes left.
Yep, nice work. She ran into a brick wall there, Brittany Hodges.
Yeah, weak side defence came over. The two guards, actually, Lavey and Wilson, helped out really well there. Look
Kelly
out.
Wilson tried to go all the way, doesn't, drags a foul.
Yeah, correct call. That's what she did, Brian. That's what she wanted to do. Just draw contact, get the foul, and put a shot up.
No one in real foul trouble. Gardner's got a couple with Hodges for the Tornadoes, but just a couple for Andrea Wilson. That's about it.
Yeah, as I said, high-scoring game, not a heck of a lot of defensive pressure. The MVP of the game at the moment is Gardner for the Tornadoes with 23 points. She's been brilliant. Nadine Payne's got 16 for Bendigo. Just in terms of team stats, Bendigo's lifted their shooting percentage up to 50 now, so that's a reason why the margin's blown out a little bit, is that their shooting's lifted a little bit. Poor old Launceston, they're just undersized, they're getting smashed on the boards. Bendigo's got 34 boards to 17 for Launceston, so it's a real killer, that one. Second chance points is 13 points to 3, and that usually happens when you out-rebound a side. Just in the other games, Melbourne still getting it done over Dandenong by 20 points halfway through the last term. Just started the last term in Geelong, and Geelong just leading Kilsyth by 4 points. We're in the last quarter down at Southern, the Sabres down there, and the Huskies are up by 6 with 6:54 to go in that one. So a lot of close games going on at the moment, except at Nuttawading, where at halftime they lead by 14 over Frankston, but Frankston just not quite as good as the other sides.
No, you're right.
But the other games very, very even.
Thanks for joining us on the NBL1 website.
Which makes for a very exciting season.
Been a ripper so far. Only get better and better.
Yeah, as I said, Braves fans get here next Friday night. Braves v Huskies going to be exciting women's game.
It will be good. Here is the lady who's got 21 points. Didn't get it that time. Duffelmeyer goes on the sprint. Here's Lavey. He doesn't get there. Duffelmeyer does.
Just does everything really well. Duffelmeyer just plays her role, doesn't she?
She does the basics, and you need players to do that. Not everyone can be fancy, not saying she isn't. She's actually really good in the three-point line as well. Duffel, we don't see it very often, the old coat. This should be good points for the Tornadoes. When I say good, they had some structure there.
Yeah, Duffel doesn't really get a licence because you got Lavey, Wilson and Payne that can all light it up from out there. Look out,
the paint lady. She should be sponsored by a paint company.
Don't know who her place sponsor is, Brian. Probably should, anyway.
Should be. Loves the paint. G. Richards, we all saw why then. This girl's been terrific. More points. She's been nice in the last couple of minutes, Hodges, in her work.
Hodges is just getting away from Richards, getting some space, stepping back and making that shot. That's a really good shot.
14 points so far for Hodges too, which is real nice work. Here's Kelly Wilson for three. No. Duffelmeyer cleans up.
Like I said, Duffelmeyer just does the really good thing. She's got 9 points, which is fantastic, but she's getting offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, making the most of her minutes, playing great team basketball.
Gardner doesn't get there.
Lavey wants to hear
Oh, how easy is this for Lavey? Does it in her sleep. Good work, Kelly Wilson.
Yeah, Lavey read it really quick, got out the back. Great pass by Wilson.
So, good defensive pressure. That come off a toe. Come off the toe.
Derek doesn't like the call, but he ain't going to get it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Derek. I was right in front of it. Derek Washington, the coach of the Tornadoes. Just saying to the ref, how come I didn't get as many Easter eggs as they did? Because that's all that matters, because they're not going to change their mind.
That's probably why he's so cut.
Not happy, Decker. Back to Andrea Wilson. She'll give it to her sister. Her sister says, watch me, sis. Doesn't get there, though, this time. Couple of hands. Gardners have been good tonight. She has the nut. Pushes to the line. Doesn't get there. Knew what she wanted to do. Here they go right behind O'Neill. Very nice work, Sarah.
Yeah, important points. I don't feel that the scoreboard's doing Launceston any justice. They're 13 points down. They're playing much better than that, but they haven't been able to stop the Braves scoring. The Braves have slowed Launceston down a little bit.
Duffelmeyer, Lavey will get the ball. No, she won't, because in the action. Here's Duffelmeyer for three. Gets there. Work from Duffelmeyer.
Yeah, Richards was double teamed, dushed it out the door. Oh, great work.
Yeah, fell over, may get the foul. It's a front court foul, I should say, for the Tornadoes. Ben Harvey delivered coffee, and seriously, that's good work. He's just got one to go, Ben. No, there's one more to go. Read your text.
Just the cameraman missed out. Anyway, g'day, John.
It's only the cameraman that missed out in the coffee, Ben.
I'd be putting the.
He won't be happy.
I'd be zooming in on Ben's big shiny head.
Yep. And one John upstairs who's doing our camera work. Yeah.
Don't forget the little people, Ben. I know when he played basketball, he only cared about himself.
Wouldn't like to see black screens. Good work in there. Nice work by Stephanie Gardner. Point number 23.
Just because you had your jersey retired doesn't mean that you can just knock off early, Ben. Ben Harvey, former Bendigo Braves legend, not NBL legend, Siebel legend.
Wilson. Oh, all the way. Nice work, Cal.
And what is he, the sports manager here?
Yep, and coffee maker.
And retired from coach the Bendigo Braves last season.
That's it, three-quarter time. That is a great quarter for the Bendigo Braves women. 84-68. They worked on the defence. We heard that at halftime with Megan Moody, the coach of the Braves women, and they certainly got their act together.
Yeah, much better defensive quarter from Megan Moody. Megan Moody will be happier. Only scoring 16 points that term, Launceston, which is not a bad result, but just Bendigo tightened it up. Yep, the problem was Bendigo still scored 25, so Bendigo scored 28-29. Sorry, I've ripped them off to 27. If Bendigo keeps scoring that amount, they're not going to lose. So the problem being for poor old Launceston is that they're playing a good game of basketball. There's 68 points to three-quarter time. They're pretty happy with that. But the Braves are just cutting them up. They've had some outstanding performers in this game, and Gardner's been the best. She's got 25 points. Hodges playing a very tough role against Gabe Richards in the centres. Managed to get 14 points herself. Bendigo spreading the scoring as you'd expect. They always do. Someone usually stars, but others chip in. Callie Wilson's got 19, Tessa Lavey's got 17, Nadine Payne's got 16, and Richards has got 12. The Duff's got to be in double figures as well. Yeah, he's got 12 as well. I knew the score sheet's not long enough when Bendigo Braves are playing because they have multiples in doubles. So Bendigo shooting the ball a bit better. They've moved it up to 52%. The second chance points are what's really hurting Launceston. Big differential there of plus 14 to Bendigo, and the rebounds, Bendigo still more than double. So Launceston doing their best. They're just undersized. They clearly need some more tools, but they're hard to find.
Yeah, they're not easy to find. I think most teams are a little lacking, aren't they, with tools? Yeah. Nadine Payne's one for Bendigo and Gab Richards, but...
Yeah, Nadine's tall, but she plays as a forward.
First point's not happening.
If she was playing for Launceston, she'd be playing as a centre, but Bendigo's got Richards and Bendigo's got Becca Tobin to come in. Oh, gee whiz, he's scoring points in the paint now. You bring Becca Tobin into that lineup. Gabe Richards is going to be able to get into foul trouble. She's going to actually spend and rest and get fresher and not play as many minutes. Becca Tobin's an absolute superstar over in Germany at the moment playing playoffs in the German league. So Braves looking good, and yeah, a star to come. Nice shot. Hodges has played a really good game, as we said.
Yeah, she snuck up on the points too, 15 so far.
Bit of a hush over this game.
Yeah, it was a little.
It's not over.
No, nowhere near it. Here is the lady who can make things happen, Stephanie Gardner. I reckon she'll try and push. She's got a couple of girls in front of her. Gives it off. Nice little blind turn. And nice work, Sarah O'Neill.
Good work, because Gabe Richards pushed up. They weren't going to give Gardner a look. And so they made Gardner dished off, and then they got an open look. I think Bendigo would be happy to risk that.
So Wilson, Lavey, Kelly says no. I like Tessa Lavey better, and so do we. How about that, Tessa Lavey?
Just can't leave Tessa open like that. She's got the hot hand from outside. I'll get you the stats of what she's shooting from out there. It's phenomenal.
I must have said that loud because she turned around, Tessa Lavey. So there you go. Here she is, the lady up this end who's doing it nicely, Stephanie Gardner, for point number 27. So slowing it down or not? No. Richards, you know that she's probably not going to have a crack from there. Callie Wilson will for three. Callie Wilson!
Well, actually, that feels like Tessa's making them all, but Tessa's made four from 12, which is average, but Kelly's made 3 from 6. Let it go, Kel.
Little short jobby of a pass, didn't go too far at all. Here's Wilson, just waits for the cavalry to arrive. They're there now. Here's Tessa. No, it's not, it's Nadine Payne.
Nadine Payne's a very good three-point shooter. Not tonight, that's her first one. She missed the first 6, but good on her for putting it up. And Kelly ain't going to put it up because she's playing team basketball. Oh.
Work in there, good hands with the Braves, ends up with the girls in blue. Lavey pops it over, Andrew Wilson was there. Good defence though by the Tornadoes. They stream forward, they're running into a brick wall, and that brick wall is Callie Wilson. Not a massive brick wall, just a light one, doesn't matter. Lavey, no! Still good defence from both sides. Stephanie Gardner does all the tricks. Here we go, right behind this one for 3, doesn't get there.
Good defence by Andrea Wilson.
Lavey will just slow it down and wait for everyone to arrive. They have now. The traffic cop says, you're not going anywhere without me. I'm the leader. Gives it to Gabrielle Richards. Will get it in the paint. Doesn't get there this time. Had a laugh to herself. We had a chuckle too, Gab.
Yeah, some people in Seymour will be having a laugh too.
Cross here. Will go again. The youngster doesn't get there. Richards got the hand. Seymour, by the way, if you're watching around Australia, is about an hour from Bendigo. It's where Gab's parents live.
Yeah, Gab's dad and Gab's niece is watching. And what have we got here? 8 seconds? No, we've got an 8 second, have we?
And a timeout. So timeout here at the stadium.
That or they called a timeout that wasn't missed.
May have, not sure anyway.
It didn't feel like an 8 second violation. What's the shot clock say? I don't know. Anyway.
It is what it is.
Gabe set the screen and then wasn't expecting the ball back and then stuffed it right up, to be honest. Gardner's been fantastic with 7 points. Wilson's got 21, Lazy 20, Nadine Payne 19. Kelly's got the triple-double, Brian. For non-basketball fans, it's three figures in double figures. So triple-doubles are rare. So double-doubles are common, triple-doubles are rare. That's how good she's been. 21 points, 10 rebounds, 20 assists. I think you can put the MVP down. Gardner's had in comparison, Gardner's the best player for Launceston. She's had 27 points, 5 rebounds and 7 assists. So that just shows how brilliant Kelly Wilson's been. A triple-double for the champ. I'll quickly do some scores from some other games, which I wish I hadn't said because I haven't got them up on my screen, but I have now. Melbourne, with 17 seconds to go, they'll beat Dandenong. Kilsyth are down by 10 with 2 minutes 14 against Geelong, so that one should go to script. The Huskies, as I said, with a minute 42, they're up by 9, and they're here Friday night for a blockbuster against the Braves women.
Yeah, going to be a big call of that game without your good self.
Yeah, I might be streaming that myself, mates.
Pushes on, yep, foul is on A. Wilson.
Yes,
What are you doing, by the way? What's the excuse?
Well, it's all about me. I've got to attend a bowls ceremony because I actually won something in lawn bowls for a change. Yeah, no, I actually won something in lawn bowls for a change, much to my own surprise. So I've got to go collect for the fact that I might not collect anything ever again. So yeah, awards nights and myself usually don't go hand in hand, but with the Huskies in town.
Enough about you, mate. Let's get back onto the game.
Well, I want to talk about the Huskies.
Huskies will be fine. We'll worry about them later.
They'll be 3-1, Brian, and Bendigo will be 6-0. It's a blockbuster, and I won't be here. You will
won't.
be. I'll be streaming it. So don't be slagging me, because I'll be streaming it. Great pass.
Into Andrea Wilson. Little roll. Oh, gave it away, and Duffelmeyer, the coach, said, I'll have it, but didn't deliver. Callie Wilson, here's Duffelmeyer again. Try and drive, no. Delivered a pass, and in fact that's the second time that pass has been delivered and they didn't know in the past 10 seconds.
Because 19 points, I don't think Launceston's going to come back from here, so I'm kind of previewing the next game for the Braves women, because I think it's going to be an absolute blockbuster and a good early season test for, I think, a side that they might play in playoffs.
I think you're right. Here's Nadine Payne for 3. Beautiful work, Nadine Payne.
Nadine now. Nadine with a bit of Houdini work.
Yeah, nice work. Really starting to get a little bit ugly here. We'll get a foul, though, for Gardner.
One thing, Megan Moody wasn't happy last week that Frankston won the second half. What she will be happier about this week is that her side's one is going to win, in all likelihood, all 4 quarters, because they're up by 6 in this quarter. Last week they really dropped off in the second half, Bendigo.
So let's see how we go here. Nice work. Liked it from Rebecca Abel.
Good contribution, 13 points from Abel.
As Duffelmeyer, the coat, not sure what she's wearing. They're not long socks.
They kind of look like wrestlers' knee pads, don't they?
They do a little. Bianca will like that when she looks back on the stream all the way. Doesn't get there, though, from Payne.
I think if
She'll be annoyed.
I think Duffelmeyer looks back on the tape, and they will during the week, she'll be pretty happy with her game.
Oh, I think she will be, you're right.
I think the coach will be extremely happy with her game. I think the fans are very happy with her game.
Here's Gardner. Pushes. Runs into the little coat there. Beck. Gives it off, though. Off hands. Where's that going? Braves ball.
Because Braves have got stars. They've got Richards, they've got Payne, they've got Lavey, they've got Kelly Wilson, they've got Becca Tobin coming in. But they've got a few hard workers out there that are prepared to play their roles. And Andrea Wilson, Mangum when she comes on. Duffelmeyer's playing her role as well as she can play.
Kelly Wilson, yes, easy in the paints.
How did she cut her way through there?
Well, there's not much of her. She's the size of a pipe cleaner. Derek Washington's not happy, but again, Decker, they don't change their mind, mate.
Yeah, Decker, last time he came here, he came away with a playoff win. It's just not as happy an occasion tonight.
That's it. Ooh.
Once again, great play by Duffelmeyer. Just wanted the ball contested it, didn't get it, but they reset.
Megan Moody wanted it at half time. She wanted that defensive pressure. And I'll tell you what, we'll talk to her at full time here, but I'm sure she'll be happy with it.
Yeah, the numbers are looking much better.
Some points. Well, there will be, because there'll be a foul.
So yeah, reduce the score. In the second quarter, it was not a really good time to speak to, because they conceded 30 in the second quarter, Bendigo, so the steam was kind of coming out of Megan's ears, and she walked across here very, very quickly. Nearly caught you on the hop.
She nearly did.
But yeah, they're on track to score about 15, 16 in this quarter, Launceston, so Megan will be happy with that.
17 points will make that 16 for Hodges.
she's played a really good game undersized against Richard. She's been fantastic, Hodges.
20 the deficit for Launceston. It won't happen. Just wonder whether some of the kids for Bendigo might get a run. Kelly Wilson, push, shove, got a couple to beat, loses it nearly. Here's Payne, she tries to sneak through and a wrap. No, doesn't get there, Andrea Wilson. Gave it back, went to the red and white. I'll set up the Tornadoes. I've learned a lot from tonight's match, I'm sure. Gardner, been absolutely outstanding, Gardner. And I reckon that might be still in the red and white hands. It is.
To me, they just look like they're in a development stage. They don't have the superstar they had last season, but he's looking to just build a brand and build a base, and they get one or two good players, and they're just as good as the side they're playing against tonight.
So, good work, Andrea Wilson in there. Doesn't come away with the ball, but very nice defensively.
I don't think we'll see a lot of the Bendigo bench, just in the fact they're not playing a doubleheader this weekend.
Gardner, well, it was a bit quick for everyone.
Yeah, sloppy pass. Apparently Bendigo got a touch on that. Only Inspector Gadget could have touched that one.
Yeah, Diffelmeyer saying the same thing. It must have been the sleeve of a coat or something. The old duffel coat.
Bendigo are coming off like a 10-day break and no doubleheader, so I think Megan will want minutes into her best players if she can.
Some points on offer, didn't make it. So Payne, Lavy's been a touch quiet, which is a bit harsh because she's been outstanding. Touch quiet in the last couple of minutes is what I was about to say, Adam, before you look at me funny.
I've gone 20 points.
Yeah, just the last couple of minutes, just gone to sleep a little bit, Tess. Here's Kelly Wilson, no. So, the defensive stuff, they have really stepped it up. No one to give it to this time. Here we go, not making it there. Brown. Bendigo. Big game, 7:30. Northwest Thunder taking on our own Bendigo Braves here. Streaming live through the NBL1 website. Pretty ugly basketball in the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not speaking.
Did notice that. There is Stephanie Gardner. More points, 27 so far.
If you wanted special comments, there was nothing special about the basketball, so you weren't getting any comments from me.
So Payne. Got one to beat, tries to push all the way, doesn't get there. Some hands in there. And they've got to set up again, Tornadoes, and it's been difficult. Lavey, good defence from Andrea Wilson, bit of push and shove. Here we go, all the way to the line. That's a lot better from Stella Beck.
I think we'll see. It's Megan Moody that's called that timeout with some non-existent defence. Tani Cannon just about to come on the floor as well, so we might see a change there. I think what you just spoke about, the basketball in the last couple of minutes wasn't that flash, and you mentioned that Lavy's dropped out of the score. Bendigo's quarter hasn't been all that good, to be honest, this quarter. It's 13 points to 13, so there's the problem. So she won a four-quarter effort, ain't getting it. So I think we will see a few starters hit the pine though, and just get a couple of minutes into some players, but they did drop off in the second half last week, Bendigo, and Megan's always going to want to find a way to get the team better. How are we going to get better? What do we do well?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're going to have to be better than this next week. I think, as I said, I've been talking up the game next week. I'm really excited about it. The Huskies are flying at the moment. They've only lost one game. Bendigo hasn't lost any. Home floor. You want to send them a message next Friday night. They think they're contenders. Well, think again. But have we got some real changes here? No, only Tani Cannon's the only real change.
Yeah, good to see Tani on the court. Long-time member of the Braves women. Levy, Tessa. Says, Andrea, help me out a little. Gives it off Payne.
Oh, travel.
Quick ball. We could have said that. It didn't. Points are going with a foul.
I wonder if Derek thinks that's a travel.
He's talking about it.
Well, I thought it was a travel. Anyway, if you're happy to disagree with me as the N1 goes in, feel free. But it looked like a travel to me.
I think you're right.
We're going to find anything. Oh, great defence by Levy. We're going to find anything to talk about in the last 2 minutes. Good pass.
That's what we're doing. Tessa Levy doesn't get there.
She missed a couple of layups tonight, Tessa, that she normally wouldn't miss.
Must be the early start.
Yeah, 5:30 is an unusual time. Nearly caught me out.
Yeah, tricky. No points there. Hands in the red and white. Oop, lost it, got it.
Yeah.
Needs to shoot. Cannon was fantastic defensively.
She won't miss this one. I know, she's pulling it up. And with new league, new starting times on a Saturday anyway.
Yeah, not the worst idea.
Yep. Come straight from the footy, straight to the basketball.
Here's Andrea Wilson for a couple, doesn't get there.
You've been broadcasting sport non-stop today.
It's a bit crazy today.
Get a small break between the men's game coming up. Bendigo versus Northwest Tasmania.
Big, long one doesn't get there.
Geez, it's easy to get excited, but when that doesn't come, Ryan, it's just, yeah, I have empathy for you.
Yeah, just got to ease yourself into it.
Okay, rightio. I didn't judge it well.
Payne drives, does well, does very well. Good finish. Nadine Payne racks up 27 so far. It might be just about it, in fact.
She snuck up there, hasn't she?
She has.
That could be some junk time points that you were talking about in the first quarter, Brian.
Yep. Good one to wrap to from Jessica Johnston. It's her first points and only points. And here comes the youngsters we spoke about.
16 seconds, not going to get a heck of a lot done.
No.
Like they sat Gabe down earlier, which is fair enough. Resto body. It's very hard to drag Kelly Wilson and Tessa Levy off.
Danielle O'Toole is on the court.
Is Kelly Wilson not on the floor?
Here's a long one. Got it in! How about that? Danielle O'Toole!
Coach, get me on earlier.
Here we go, just to wrap things up. Didn't get there. What a great second half by the Bendigo Braves women. 105.83. Adam Mellerton for coolturf.com.au. Thoughts?
Yeah, it's just Megan Moody predicted it at half-time. The difference was that Braves stepped up the defence in the second half and kept scoring in the first half. 105, because that was a 3 bomb at the end by
It was.
So it was a 2. Nadine Payne, 27 points. Gardner with 29 for Launceston, outstanding in a losing effort. I thought Hodges was pretty good as well, with 16 points and 6 rebounds. Launceston, they fought hard. The longer it went, the better Bendigo looked. I just want to speak about Kelly Wilson with the triple-double. She's an absolute superstar in any competition, whether it's NBL1, whether it's WNBL. Just 23 points, 11 rebounds, 20 assists. Just a phenomenal game of basketball. Overall, the stats, both teams shot at 50%. Braves dominated the rebounds, plus 20 there. We said at the start of the game, Bendigo would just be too big. They were points in paint. They did all right there, actually. They lost that margin in Launceston by 10, but that's Hodges shooting some good points from inside. Bendigo, the outside shooters, like how many Gabe Richards have tonight? She was only 12. So they stopped her scoring, but they didn't stop.
In fairness, though, to Launceston, 83 is normally a winning score.
Yeah, 83 is a good score. They've kept Richards to 12. They'd be thinking we're right in this game. But yeah, just the other shooters got a hold of them. So, but yeah,
Certainly have.
So they've managed to shut down Bendigo's inside game besides the rebounding. They've played a pretty good game of basketball, Launceston. It's just that Bendigo's defence stepped up in the second half, which Megan predicted at half-time would happen.
Well, she was an angry girl at half-time, Megan Moody, the coach of the Braves women. We sit here at full-time with a 22-point win for the Braves. Thoughts, Megan? Your defence, you weren't happy at all?
No, I wasn't very happy happy at half-time with how we were playing. Second half defence was much better. We actually looked like we had a bit of intensity and a bit of pride out there about ourselves. So I missed most of the locker room actually. So
did you? Oh, okay.
I got in there and had a bit of a my 2 cents in, but I think the girls had internally.
We predicted that. We said, look, Megan's gone in, giving them a blast, out they come. I mean, there's no such thing as a blast anymore, is it?
Look, our group is very good that they hold each other accountable. So, we've got tremendous leaders out there, and they know the level of basketball that they want to be playing and what they want to put out on the floor, and what we did in the first half was not that.
Andrea Wilson's pretty honest, I've found, with her words. Callie Wilson, I know she's a champion, but a triple-double tonight, just brilliant.
I briefly looked at the stats. I actually haven't seen them. So
27 points, 11 rebounds, and 20 assists. Yeah. She's a superstar, but the triple-double is just unbelievable.
And I'm sure she's probably actually a bit disappointed with her game at the end there. She said she was a bit frustrated, but, she's a competitor. Cal steps on those lines and she just wants to win. And, I think she's one of the probably best point guards running around in the competition here and in the WNBL as well. And we're so lucky that she's a part of our program.
Megan Moody, the coach of the Braves women, winners tonight by 20-odd, which was good. Do you watch, obviously every club is streaming, do you get a chance to watch those games? And has it, if you do, how important it is to your training?
Yeah, definitely. The fact that we're live streaming games now is awesome. And I think I've said it once before, not just for myself for scouting and for our coaching staff, but also for our families of members that are interstate and international, for them to be able to have a look. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I've already given Baz and Izzy a shout out in Seymour, so hello again to the Richards family. Hobart Huskies won again tonight. So they're 3-1. It's going to be a massive game here on Friday night.
Yeah, I think they got their new import in who potentially possibly played tonight as well. So, they had Kayla George start the season. She's headed off to WNBA and now their new imports come in. So I'll get home, have a look at that later tonight or tomorrow, and we'll start preparing for them next week because it'll be a cracker of a game against them. I think every game this year is an awesome game, and it's just a credit to the level of the competition and the calibre of players that are running around.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Thanks, Megan. Always appreciate your time. Enjoy what's going to be a big game next week, and we'll talk to you then too as well. Thanks, Megan.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Megan Moody, the coach of the Braves women, big winners tonight. In the end, done it fairly easily, didn't they, over the Tornadoes?
22 points. It's frustrating when they take the scoreboard down.
Yes, it is, but it is 22 points.
It was 22 points in the end, 105 to 83, and as I said, Callie Wilson, their game MVP, with 23 points, 10 rebounds, 20 assists, and she's disappointed with that. Wow.
Gee, you can't please too many, can you, like that, if that's not the case, if that's the case. Anyway, we'll wrap it up now. That is the women's match. It was a win to the Braves women by 22 over the Tornadoes. Back real soon, the men's game. Stand by, NBL1 action. Just go to the website and you'll be able to stream live as the Braves men as they take on the Northwest Thunder. That's coming your way right here on Super U live streaming.